So there is a disconnect with what central banks are telling us. The Fed yesterday, John Williams, was fleshing out that 4.5% on the unemployment rate suggests the US is at full employment already. Rates need to go up three or four more times this year. And then, of course, there is the roll-off of the QE program. They could have some tightening effect and impact the long end of the market. So surely if we now reassess banks, they have come off the top, but at the long end that you point out, which is meant to mean better margins for the bank, surely that story is going to come back into the equation later this year. There's more tightening by the Fed.
One would hope. I mean, let's be blunt. As an old friend of mine once said, the bears don't eat. That is, it is far more fun to be bullish on things than it is to be bearish on things. That's just the nature of the trading beast. Nonetheless, the yield curve has flattened. The back end of the curve, rates have fallen. The front end of the curve, rates have risen. Perhaps that can reverse itself. Let us hope that it does. Let us hope that life in a flat yield curve, life in an inverted yield curve is awful. Life in a positively sloped and increasingly positively sloped yield curve is much more pleasant. Let us hope that that happens. I think the odds of that happening are relatively minimal, however.